There is a silence that is louder than any scream. It is the silence of a room at 3 a.m. when the world is asleep and you are the only one awake. When the distractions have faded, when the performance has ended, when there is nothing left between you and the truth of how you really feel. It is the silence that follows a long day of performing, of smiling when you wanted to scream, of saying, "I'm fine," when you were drowning, of holding it together for everyone else while you were falling apart inside. It is the moment you stop smiling, stop hustling, and realize that you are exhausted, not in your body, but in your very soul. I know why you are here. You are looking at the door. You are looking at the final exit. You have been convinced, by the people who made you feel worthless, by the pressure that never lets up, by the weight of a world that demands perfection while offering no mercy, that your story has reached its end, that there is no point in continuing, that the pain will never stop, that you are too broken to be fixed. But in the Stillness Smithy, we don't look away from your darkness. We don't pretend it isn't real. We don't hand you empty platitudes or tell you to just think positive. We don't give you motivation. We give you space. We sit with you in the cold, and we look at what is left. And we tell you the truth. You are still here, and that matters. They call it giving up. But I know the truth. It is not a choice you made today. It is not weakness. It is not cowardice. It is the result of 1,000 small hits that no one saw. 1,000 cuts that bled you slowly. 1,000 moments where you needed someone to see you, and no one did. It is waking up every day to a place that demands everything and acknowledges nothing. Where your work is expected but never valued. Where you are blamed when things go wrong and invisible when things go right. Where you carry the weight but never receive the recognition. It is being loved for the performance but hated for the truth beneath it. Being praised when you smile and criticized when you show pain. Being celebrated for what you produce, but rejected for who you actually are. It is running your entire life but never seeming to catch up to the expectations placed on you. Watching others succeed while you stumble. Feeling the weight of everyone's disappointment. Knowing you are loved, but only feeling the pressure. It is a short circuit of hope. You feel like a piece of iron that has been hammered too long without being returned to the fire. You feel brittle. You feel like the heat has been beaten out of you. You feel like the next strike, the next betrayal, the next failure, the next moment of disappointment will shatter you into 1,000 useless pieces. And a voice in the shadows whispers, "It would be easier to just let the fire go out, to stop fighting, to stop pretending, to stop existing." That voice feels like relief, like the only escape from a pain that has no end. In the ancient forges, there is a moment when the furnace looks dead. The smith has been working all day. The fire has been roaring. The iron has been glowing. The strikes have been constant. But now, the day is over. The coals have burned down. There is no roar. There are no sparks. There is only gray ash, cold, silent, lifeless. Most people would look at that forge and say, "It's over. The fire is out. There's nothing left." But if you reach deep into that ash, if you push aside the gray, dead surface, you will find it. The last ember. A tiny, pulsing, stubborn glow of orange, almost invisible, barely alive, but still there. That ember is the fact that you are still here, that you clicked on this video, that you are still searching, even in the darkest hour, for a reason to stay. That ember is the part of you that is still searching for a reason to breathe. It is the part of you that hasn't given up completely. The part that still wonders if maybe, just maybe, there is something worth staying for. Listen to me. The master smith does not throw away the forge because the fire is low. He does not abandon the shop because the coals have turned to ash. He protects that ember. He shields it from the wind. He gives it air. He gives it space. He feeds it kindling, slowly, carefully, patiently, because he knows that the last ember is the only thing needed to start a fire that can melt the world. Your darkness is not a sign that you are finished. It is not proof that you are broken beyond repair. It is the quench. It is the extreme cold, the coldest, darkest moment that comes right before the steel becomes unbreakable. The iron does not know, in the moment of the quench, that it is being made stronger. It only knows the shock, the pain, the cold. But the smith knows, and I am telling you now, you are being forged. This is part 1 of our second saga, the Last Embers. Over the next 5 strikes, we are going to walk through the ruins together. We are going to look at the people who broke you. We are going to look at the pressure that suffocated you. We are going to look at the betrayals that shattered your heart. We are going to look at the weight you carry that no one sees, not to fix them, but to prove that they cannot extinguish you. The win today is not a million views. It is not success. It is not happiness. It is not even hope. The win is the decision to stay at the anvil, to not give the darkness the final word, to protect the ember for one more night, to choose, just for today, to see the sunrise. If you can survive this night, if you can protect your ember from the wind of your own thoughts, from the weight of the world, from the voice that says it's easier to quit, you become a master of survival. And a master of survival is the most dangerous person on earth. Not dangerous to others, dangerous to the darkness, dangerous to the lie that says you are finished. Tonight, before you sleep, just breathe. Don't think about tomorrow. Don't think about next week. Don't think about how you're going to fix everything. Don't look at the mountain. Just look at the next breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. That's it. That's the win. One day, time will leave you. Make sure it leaves, knowing you didn't let the noise turn off your light. Make sure it leaves, knowing you were brave enough to wait for the sunrise. Make sure it leaves, knowing you protected the ember when the world told you to let it die. This is part 1. The ember is still glowing, and that is enough. Welcome home, to the forge.